My Hero Academia, the final season, the final war arc. It's coming, guys. It's
Are we
very
ready
exciting,
though?
huh?
Are we ready?
I'm ready. I mean, I know what happens, so I'm super excited for it.
I don't know if I'm ready. I feel like I want to hold on to the happiness I have right now. You know, the negligence, not negligence, I can't think of the word. Whatever I don't have, I want to hold on to. Because right now with My Hero, it's going so fast for me compared to season 1. To I'm like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like you agree,
Yeah.
it is a great hero anime. Now I think it's the best shonen right now, arguably. But
I would say
for being a great show,
superhero shonen like of our era, of the modern era.
Yeah.
I think it's the best.
But it's not without flaws. But I think at the same time, it is done very, very well. So I can understand why you rate it as high as it is.
Yeah.
I understand that 100%, and I'm actually looking forward to it. But I'm actually a little scared, a little sad. I feel like it's safe enough now in a space where we could actually talk about My Hero and not have to worry about it. Versus go back to, I think it was like 2022 TikTok when you couldn't even mention My Hero.
Yeah.
It just was the worst thing ever.
So if you're watching and you don't know where the last season, like if you don't know what's going on in the final
little
season
recap
that we've already seen, little earmuffs, maybe skip forward like 5 minutes, okay? I haven't watched the very, very most recent season because I've read the manga, or I haven't watched like the end of it. Where did the current season end? What did it end on?
So all I can remember was the final season was the sniper lady. Everyone was obsessed with, her story. It was really sad. I'm like, I understand that. And then I think now they're preparing to, what was it? After that, they had the fight when they were doing like the water in the eyes, right? Or was that before the sniper?
Right.
I remember that battle.
War area.
And then I didn't get to the part where they were talking about Bakugo, where he died or didn't die. I don't know. That kind of got spoiled for me. So I don't know exactly that part where that falls into it. That's why I said, like, I don't know if I'm ready, because like I saw so many spoilers, but at the same time, like, I know what happens. I've seen the leaks.
Yeah,
I've seen the manga leaks that was happening when it happened like years ago. So that's why I kind of didn't want to watch it. So I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
but
it gets wild. It's so freaking good. I think this could end up being the best season of My Hero Academia if they do it right. Just because there's so many fights that are of epic proportion, but those fights also reveal so much story about various characters and various villains. It's really, really, really cool. And if they do it right, combined with the fights, and like All Might's final fight is freaking awesome. Like, do you know what goes on with that?
Nope.
Okay, so All Might at this point has lost all his powers, and he has a final battle, and it's so cool. It's really, really good. And so just the whole, like, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but it could
you're on
end
the
up
edge of
being
your
the
seat.
best
You want to
season
say it
of My Hero Academia, and the fights are going to be great. So much is revealed about different characters. You find, like, this is a minor spoiler, you realize All For One's not the main villain. Like, All For One, gets superseded by his creation. You learn the history with Shigaraki and All For One, and all that happened with Shigaraki and All For One. And like, I'll say this because it's not a massive spoiler, because you won't know what I mean. Shigaraki is the biggest victim in the entire show. And he's also the biggest villain in the whole show. It's wild. It's so good. And then so many people were so butthurt by the ending of the manga, and it's like, it ended well. Like,
debatable. Let me ask you this real quick though. If you had to rank before the final season, currently it's already been released for anime seasons, I guess excluding since the anime you've seen. If you had to rank the best seasons of My Hero Academia, what would be like your top 3?
Oh, dude, it's hard to remember what all the seasons actually are, but I can kind of think of
what about the arcs then?
I can think of them in arcs.
Okay.
So the competition arc, the UA competition arc, like one of the first times, like that's one of the best. So good. So good. After that, I think the let's think through them all. The Dark Deku arc is awesome.
Okay.
Vigilante Deku arc.
I didn't really care for that much though.
I loved it. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then let's see. There's one more that I'm thinking that I can't,
like, for character development wise, it was crucial for him. But at the same time, like my thing with anime is just like, just talk it through.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to run away from their
Hero Killer
problems.
Stain, the Hero Killer Stain arc was awesome. Like his
Ooh.
whole
Yeah,
storyline.
that was actually really good too. Yeah,
His whole storyline is really good. And
because that led to the whole
Stain comes back at the end. He
that
makes
that
an
led
appearance
yeah
at the
that
end.
led to the whole thing where all these other villains like, oh, I really resonated with his speech that he did.
Mhm.
That changed the whole projection of my hero after that. What
Yeah.
happened right there? I
Mhm.
think probably one of my favorite moments was either when, of course, when Deku's talking. I think it was her name Mirror, or the girl with the horn that heals.
Oh, Eri.
Eri, yes,
Yeah.
yes. When he asked her to jump to him, love that moment. And then, of course, the competition arc.
Yeah.
Beautiful, everything. I mean, for some reason, like the first time I knew this anime amplified is when I see Deku digging out the mines. I'm like, what are you doing? That's stupid. And then
Mhm.
just doing that,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But he takes a shield and uses the explosion
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
mines together. For those who
There's
didn't,
I
see it.
wouldn't I
But
wouldn't say there's really any bad My Hero Academia arcs. There's a lot of good ones.
my
Um,
favorite though would have to be when he's taking the guy who's just like using his body and just like taking all the muscle stretching and he's lifting him up.
that's one of the
When the little
most
young
epic
kid,
fights where he's fighting
I
Muscular.
when
Oh,
I've seen that kid
chills.
yell and tells Deku, and then Deku's like, I'm going all out on this one. Even think
Yeah.
about it now. I never got so amped in my life watching anime. That was amazing. I think that was really done. And so I'm like, this is why this show does it.
Yeah.
They know how to pull these emotions. They know
Yeah.
multiple arcs we could claim are the best ones, but they know how to pull the
Yeah.
emotions out of people, especially when when All Might's saying you're next.
Yeah.
Dude, I keep getting
I don't
goosebumps
know
every
if
time. Every time.
I don't know if I would say it's the best, but I think it's probably the most powerful arc is Endeavor's arc, like the Endeavor's backstory, where so
Okay.
because once All Might has to retire
Hmm.
from number one and it never becomes number one, you start
Hmm.
to follow Endeavor a little bit more and you start to learn about his story and you learn more about what happened with his family, and then you see this
And that's why you like it,
effort.
or is there like a
Well, you see
certain
this
reason?
effort on
Mhm.
Endeavor's end, realizing that his ambition to be the number one hero, he essentially sacrificed and abused his family for that. And you see him come
But
to this realization and then like work
Mhm.
towards, making that better and work towards like, I can't
But it's too
remember
far gone.
this might not be in the anime yet. This might be the manga, but
Mhm.
it's not a huge
Mhm.
spoiler. There's a point where I don't think this is in the anime yet, but I'm gonna spoil you just in case. There's
Okay.
a point where in his battle with Shigaraki, Endeavor gets so hurt that he's like he's out of the fight and he ends up in the
Mhm.
hospital and he can't fight anymore. And his whole family comes around him and he's realized how awful he's done because have
Mhm.
you've seen the big reveal with Dobby, right?
Mhm.
Okay, spoiler again, guys. If you don't know this, fast forward 5 minutes. But that Dobby is Endeavor's son,
Mhm.
and Todoroki's brother, and so that kind of like causes him to crack, and then
Yeah.
he wakes up in this hospital after that part of the battle's over, and his whole family's around him, and he realizes how bad he messed everything up, and he looks at him, and he
Mhm.
basically says like, "I have ruined all of your lives.
Yeah.
I've never would expect your forgiveness. I don't deserve your forgiveness,
Nope.
but I'm going to work the rest of my life to to do my best to make it better and to atone for what I've done to you guys." And it's such a powerful story of somebody realizing the damage they've caused, trying to do great things,
Mhm.
and like a very power something about a story about a very powerful man
Right.
humbling himself and admitting I messed up.
Mhm.
I don't deserve forgiveness, but I'm going to try is something that you don't see a lot. You don't see a lot in literature,
Well,
you don't see it a lot in shows, and it's a like I said, I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's one of the more
right.
powerful story arcs in my opinion in My Hero Academia.
So I think if if I'm being honest, I feel like if they didn't do the competition arc, if Deku didn't tell Todoroki it's your
It's your
power,
power, yeah.
you use it. It's yours. Make it yours. And when he goes all out, if they did that, if they did the Endeavor arc before the competition arc, I feel like it wouldn't have hit as hard as it did.
Well, of course
I
not.
don't know, for
No.
some reason when Deku tells Todoroki it is it's your quirk, it's your power. For some reason, like that's another moment right there. And that's why I said like the competition arc is probably one of my favorites. Like that moment right there, because the whole time you're just waiting for Todoroki to use his power. but
Yeah.
the way that he gets him to use his power is not what I was expecting, and just amazes me. Made
Well,
me
he
love it even
essentially
more.
convinces him to use his power, and then he loses.
Yeah.
Uses
But
his
at the same
power
time,
to defeat him.
he's like, if I'm gonna lose, you better give me your best.
Yeah,
And that's all
exactly.
he wants. He wants everyone to do their best, and that's all
Yeah.
he strives to be is the best.
Yeah. So
And I love that. So
My
it
Hero
was so
Academia
good.
final season is going to be epic. I think people are going to really enjoy it. And I'll say it right now, there's going to be plenty of haters out there that hate on things just for the sake of hating on them. They're going to cry about it and be mad about it, but it's going to be awesome.
Talking about the ending.
The ending, whatever. Like, yeah, people are going to be upset at the ending, but even
I
like,
can understand that.
I think it ends super well, and we don't have to.
You're not gonna
delve
like the
into
ending.
that.
You're not gonna like the ending. But at the same time, if you come at it with a different perspective, you're like, that's a pretty good ending. That's different than I was expecting. So
I think it ended great. There's certain elements to it that I'm like, dude, that sucks. But it all like, and you can probably tell what I'm talking about, but it all kind of comes back full circle. And in the end, you're like, okay, cool. I like that. That cool.